Okay, everybody, welcome to the class. So I put together a video here to allow you to get to see how some of the various aspects of the class work. I sent out an announcement Sunday, and I was having internet issues at my house, so I was not able to put a video together that day. So you want to make sure, still go back and read those announcements that I've sent out so far. They have some important information in them. I will also be covering a lot of that same information, but I might not get to every detail. So please make sure you go back and read those announcements so that you know what's going on with the course. Okay? So first of all, welcome to the class. You are in an online class, a fully online class. I know some students are confused about the type of class that they signed up for. This class is fully online. We do not have official class meetings. So it's really important then that you are able to contact me when you have questions. The preferred method for doing that is in the Canvas messages. That's preferred. You can send me an email if you like, but it's just a whole lot easier and faster for me to get back to you if it's in the Canvas messages. It's also important that you should form a support group in this class. Students that form a study group or a support group, whatever you want to call it, they have a higher pass rate than students who try to do it all by themselves. So I've set up here basically in the first module of homework at the end, there's a meeting each other. You should go in there, introduce yourself, and try to form a support group of students that you can contact when you're, it's really a frustrating feeling when you're at home, because it's an online class, you're not going to be in class. When you're at home and you're alone and you just don't understand what you're supposed to do, and maybe the homework is having a glitch and it's adding to your stress, and that can just be very, very frustrating. Where if you can contact someone in the class, either, however your group decides that you want to contact each other, whether you trust each other enough that you want to give each other phone numbers so you can text each other, or you want to keep it in email, or you just want to do it in Discord, your group can decide in what ways to communicate. But it's really helpful to be able to get a hold of someone and say, hey, I'm having trouble with the graphing utility in the homework and I can't do the graphing right. And they go, oh, I had that same problem. Here's what you got to do in order to make it work right. And there you've just saved yourself hours of frustration because you had someone that you could ask. Okay, so having a good support group can be very helpful in that situation, that you can get feedback quickly, right? So we also have the tutoring center on campus, totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. The tutors are already paid. You just go in there and you get your questions answered. And I know people are taking an online class, so you're hoping to not go onto campus. But if you're really, if you really feel like you need some help, that tutoring center is there. And from the feedback that I'm hearing, not a ton of students are using the tutoring center right now, which means if you go in there, you will likely be able to get quite a bit of help. So I would encourage that. My office hours are in my office Tuesdays from 10 to 1, and they are in my office from, and then I teach a class on the East Campus, if that's convenient to anyone, and I have office hours from 9 to 10 on the East Campus. So if that's convenient for anyone to meet me out there for office hours, we can do that. And also, we can set up an appointment where I can meet you in Zoom. So if you're really struggling, get a hold of me. We'll set up a Zoom appointment, and then we can work with stuff from there, because it's really hard to explain a lot of these complex ideas through like messaging back and forth. It's really difficult, because if you're a student, you're already confused if you're asking me a question, and then to try to describe these complex functions in an email, it's not easy. So feel free to get a hold of me, and we'll see about setting up a Zoom meeting, and I'll try to clear things up for you. So with that aside, make sure you go in here. These are easy points. And also, again, the real reason that this is being assigned is because it's going to be a help to you. The more of you that are in these support groups, the higher pass rate this class is going to have. So it's really in your own best interest, okay? So make sure you have this assignment done by August 22nd. Yeah, that makes sense. August 22nd, get in there and get those groups formed. And then you're not in isolation. You're not trying to do this all by yourself. You have a little bit more help to get you through there. Okay. So as far as homework, you should be starting here, going through polynomials, factoring polynomials, rational expressions. That's all prerequisite material. And the truth is, a lot of this chapter 1 is prerequisite material as well. It's stuff that hopefully you learned in an algebra class, but we go over it because it may have been a while since you took an algebra class. Maybe you never really got a good introduction to some of these topics. So we work through those. So the idea is, like, the first one is polynomials. It's an introduction to polynomials. And I have some basic videos that I've put together here, just going through and telling you how to do the basic operations. These are some of my older videos. My current videos, as you can see, have a different style, but these are how I used to do it, 10 years ago. When we were making videos for classes. So these will remind you how to deal with polynomials. You'll work through these, and then what you want to do is go find the corresponding homework in the My Math Lab and do that. Okay, so let's talk about homework. Okay, so let's go back to home. Okay, so what we have here is, first of all, there's a section that allows you to set up the 14-day free access. That means that today you can be doing homework. You don't, like, sometimes in week 2 or 3, I get students to say, oh, just so you know, I'm really behind because I couldn't buy the software. So first of all, you can start working on it tonight. They give you 2 weeks for free at the beginning of the semester, so that gives people time to buy the software. Okay, you will. Actually, in this class, you won't have to buy it eventually, but eventually you'll have to give a code. So you can be working on stuff tonight, okay? And look, I've got directions here that kind of show you exactly what to do. These are the screens that you'll see when you're signing up, so you can just follow these directions. And then here, what you want to do is, the bookstore has the full license right now. The school is paying the bookstore for your licenses in this class, okay? Now, I've had a huge headache with the bookstore earlier in the semester. Many people in the math department have. But it's free. So try to get your license from the bookstore. Some people in my classes got frustrated and finally just paid for the license just so that they could, like, get it done with. Hopefully the bookstore will not be as big a headache as it was at the beginning of the semester, but contact them and they should have licenses for this class for free, meaning you won't have to spend any money on this class, okay? So once you but you do have to go through the bookstore and get that license. Once you have that, then you'll come back and follow these steps to get the full upgrade to the license, and then you're good for the whole semester. You get the ebook and you get access to the homework totally through the rest of the semester. So you get that right now for a 14-day free trial, then work with the bookstore to get your free license, enter the code, and then you're good for the whole semester. Okay, so just follow these directions. What I will say is, here's the number one mistake people make. Go to the My Math Lab by this link over here. See above my head there where it says My Lab and Mastering? That's what you want to use. If you go directly to Pearson.com, it isn't going to work right. It's not going to know what class to put you in, and then you're going to say, oh, professor, can you give me the class code? That's not the right way to do it. Come up here, click on My Lab and Mastering. It's going to take you to a link here. Mine's already kind of set up. Yours will look a little different because you're a student and you don't have your math set up. Just click this button, go in there, and then follow those directions on what I just showed you where it had the red arrows pointing to what you want to see on the different screens. Get your account set up, and then you can start the homework, okay? And there was another glitch with getting the homework. The homework settings didn't save. A bunch of the stuff I did the other day didn't save right. But the homework is now up and available to you, so you can go right in there and get started on the homework. So the overall procedure is, come in here. You're basically going to work your way down through the course. You will start up here. At the end of the semester, we'll be way down here. Okay, so you're just working from top to bottom, basically. So you're going to come into the prerequisites, start here, click that, watch some videos. Right? Try to work through these problems, or try to pay attention to the videos and watch what's going on. Then you're going to go over and find the corresponding homework in the My Math Lab. Then you're going to do the homework. If you have any questions, let me know. One thing that happens with the My Math Lab, sometimes people have trouble setting it up. If you're having difficulty, a couple things you can do. Make sure you're using a modern browser, something like Firefox or Chrome. Microsoft's Edge and Apple Safari, you can say what you want about those companies. Their browsers don't play well with my math lab. So I would encourage you not to use Safari, not to use Edge. Try to use Chrome or Firefox. Also, the homework does not play well on phones. So if you're trying to do it on your phone, it's probably not going to work great. Okay. So make sure you get that taken care of. And then make sure at the end, don't skip this. This meeting each other, that's an easy 10 points. Go ahead and make sure you get that. Okay. Just go in there, meet people, form a group. 10 points right there. Okay. Then what we'll be doing in the next week is moving towards chapter 1, and I'll be putting more videos in here. So currently there are some videos available. I will be making more videos, and in some instances I will actually be posting content made by other creators. But for the most part, it's going to be videos that I've created. Sometimes there's just a really good video, and it's like this person did they hit a home run with this video. I'll just show you that one. But a lot of times it's going to be content that I created, both the old ones that I showed you a minute ago, but then also you'll see some stuff in this new style. So I will be giving you throughout the semester video updates to stuff just to kind of check in and say, here's where you should be. Here's what's going on. I'll update you about test dates and stuff like that as it becomes clear kind of where everyone is at. I hate to set test dates at the beginning of the semester because then you're trying to stick to a test date that maybe students aren't ready for. So that allows me to be flexible with those test dates. You will know a couple weeks in advance exactly what the test date is and exactly what the testing procedures are. So we will go over that at the appropriate time. So I guess I didn't formally introduce myself. I'm Dr. Frederick. This is my 10th year teaching at Ventura College. I've taught this course a bunch of times. I've taught it a couple times online where it's fully online, like in this class. You can see here my office on Ventura campus is Science 346 if you want to meet me on campus. Here's my email address. Although I do encourage you to get back to me in Canvas messaging is preferred. You are definitely allowed to email me. But if you message me through Canvas messages, I'm likely to be able to get back to you sooner, right? Because if you message me in Canvas, it gives me lots of information. I automatically know which class you're in, and I have a better idea about what's going on. I would say if you're going to message me or email me, please give lots of information. All right, a significant portion of the emails I get from students don't really have the relevant information that I need in order to answer that student's question. And then we have to send emails back and forth 2 or 3 times in order for me to get that information. And then by that time, it's days past when the student had the question. So it's better for you to give me too much information than it is to not give me enough, because if I don't have enough information, then I don't really know how to help you. So lots of information is good, like detailed information. Here's the class I'm in. Here's the assignment that I'm working on. Here's the problem that I'm having trouble with, right? If you tell me, I'm having trouble with transformations, that doesn't really give me a whole lot to work from. But if you say, I'm working on the transformations homework and I'm having trouble with number 7, I think the answer should be 12 and it tells me I'm wrong, then I have a starting point with how I can start looking into maybe what you're doing wrong, how I can help you out. And screenshots are great. If you can screenshot something that you're having an issue with, a picture is worth 1,000 words, sending me a screenshot really gives me some insight into what it is that you're talking about. So don't be afraid to send screenshots with your emails. Don't, whether it's on homework or non-homework, a screenshot of what your screen looks like where you're having difficulty, hugely helpful. So there's that. The textbook we're using is Blitzer by College Algebra. It's a great book. And you don't have to pay for it. You can work through the bookstore to have the bookstore pay for it. Really, Ventura College is paying the bookstore to give it to you. But that's great. So hopefully most of you or all of you can save a bunch of money, which is fantastic for students. One thing about the grades. So this course will be half your grade is homework, half your grade is exams. It's the traditional 90, 80, 70, 60 breakdown, but there's a caveat here. And to earn a grade of C or above, students must maintain 70% grades in each category of homework. Participation I should take out because participation is now in with the homework. Homework and exams. Okay, so what that means is you can't pass this class by doing 25% of the homework. A lot of students try to pass the class by doing 25% of the homework, and it doesn't work. So I'm just making it clear. I've actually implemented it in there, so right from the beginning, we're all on the same page. You need to do a minimum of 70% of the homework in this course in order to get a passing grade of C or above. So please be aware of that. And the truth is, most students that are doing the homework get, the ones that are serious, get homework grades that are in the 90s. Because when you miss a point on the homework, that point is not gone forever. There's an option to give me a similar problem, and it'll let you retry it. So those points are never lost to you. It's just a matter of, are you going to put in the work in order to get that good homework grade? And the reality is the people that have high homework grades end up with high test scores. So that's really the key to being successful in this course, is making sure you're participating, doing the homework, and then doing well on the exam, which will follow if you're doing well on the homework, okay? I kind of already showed you the homework. We'll be doing that on my math lab. If you're having trouble setting that up, let me know. And now that I saw that for some reason my instructions didn't save properly on Canvas, if you're having trouble, go back now and look, and you can use those detailed instructions to guide you through the process, okay? And get a hold of me if you have any questions with that. As far as behavior, just be aware any part of this class, whether it's Discord, Canvas, Canvas discussions, any part of this class, where something that I've set up, so that includes the Discord and everything, school policy applies. So the things that you would say to someone, the way you're behaving, any of that kind of stuff still falls in the category of school policies. So, just before you say something in Discord, think about, would I say this in the classroom? And if the answer is no, then you probably shouldn't say it in the Discord as well, okay? The Discord is set up. Many of you are already comfortable with Discord because you use Discord on a regular basis. Some of you are new to Discord. So let's take a look at that. If we go over here, if you're new to Discord, there's a page here telling you exactly all about it. So we've got the link at the bottom to get to the Discord, and then there's a couple videos about using Discord. You are not required to use Discord, but it is really helpful because there's voice chat features in there. So it's nice. You can pop in there, and you can just hopefully people from your study group can jump in a voice chat. And they're adding lots of features because they're trying to get more teachers to use Discord in the classroom. And so they're adding features that make it a lot easier for you to communicate with people that are in your study group, which again is one of the keys to success for this class. So if you have any issues about setting that up or questions or concerns, let me know, and I can help you out with that. So if you have any questions or concerns, then